I have something really exciting to share with you. The new sages are presently fermenting the peppers that we've grown in the garden this year. Very simple, very exciting, and it makes some delightful hot sauce in about 1 week time. I'm going to share my fermentation journey with you on this process, and hopefully this will inspire you to try fermenting some vegetables from your garden or perhaps the farmer's market in your kitchen. So let's talk about this. Here I have mostly jalapeno type varieties. I have the Craig's jalapeno, nutapeno, lemon spice jalapeno, and the black Hungarian peppers combined into this one jar. You can see it's very lovely. It has a nice color presentation as it's working in the jar. These Sugar Rush peppers fermented. Here I have Thai spice hot peppers. How are you going to do this? I simply slice the tops off of the peppers and I packed them in the jar. Just as many as I could get in the jar. That's how many peppers I used. Pack your jars just as full as can be. Add your brine. And the brine recipe, very simple. For every quart of water, add 3 tablespoons of salt. I use a coarse salt. You could also use a Himalayan sea salt. The most important thing, however, is that you do not have your vegetables above the water line. You want to keep your vegetables submerged in your brine. A few ways to accomplish this. A fermentation weight. This is simply a glass weight. These are also available in ceramic. I have never used anything plastic in contact with my fermentation foods. That may be a safe practice, but I'm unable to speak to that. You could simply nest mason jars such as this. I have a wide mouth and I have a regular mouth, and these actually do nest very nicely. If, for example, you get any vegetables that are floating up on the surface of the brine, you want to make sure that you just scoop those out. That is where you have the potential to introduce mold into your ferment. If you get mold, that is not something that is safe to eat. Now I have one other fancy thing here on these jars, and that is something called a pickle pipe. Easy way to eliminate air from my ferment. Fermentation produces gas. Gas can build up inside your jar, so you have to have a mechanism to release that gas. These pickle pipe fermentation lids have a little slit in the top of them. So these fit over wide mouth jars. Just pop one of those over, and then as the gas builds, the product allows gas to escape from the top. It's not letting in any oxygen. This is an anaerobic fermentation process. So I've got my vegetables weighted underneath my weights, and I've got my pickle pipes on top that allows the fermentation process to happen, gas to be released from that fermentation process without the hassle of things like airlocks or having to remember to burp your jars. These will sit in the dark for 1 week and allow that to ferment, at which time we'll talk about the next steps, but those are going to be really easy too.